Good evening once again, guys and gals. This is GGvision number 9. Today we are talking about Dreamhack, the awesome event that it was, as I saw it and as I photographed it. And apparently, all of a sudden, I got a beard again. Now, Dreamhack was an excellent event. It took place last weekend, 25th to 28th of November, and it brought us a tremendous amount of glorious esports. And for 10,000 nerds who brought their own computer, it must have been a climactic occasion as well. As for myself, I went there on the Saturday to watch the StarCraft 2 finals and to meet all the people who've gone there to do the same, including the pro gamers. I'm going to show that to you and talk to you about all of that. However, if you're more interested in official coverage and profound, serious interviews, I recommend gotogamers.net/StarCraft2. They do that sort of thing and they do it well. Me, I do things differently. I still had quite a good time and I did manage to capture a few insights and quite a few pictures. First though, I'd like to say a few things about the Dreamhack event itself. There are LANs and there are high-profile tournaments, there's this and that. Dreamhack has been going on for years. It's the world's largest LAN party for sure, and as I understand it, in the beginning there was very little esports there. Now it has grown into something quite significant, but it is still a bring-your-own-computer event, and that shows when it comes to esports. There's a lot that could have been done better, not the very least the player area. That was minimal at best and not at all suitable for pro gamers to concentrate in and to perform their best. Also, more importantly, Dreamhack is a private company that runs for profit, yet all their staff are unpaid volunteers. Much of the problems lies there. If you want a good job done, you need to pay people what they deserve to do it. Now, Dreamhack, think about this and see what can be done. You need to pay your staff and you will have much better tournaments. Not saying they were bad, just saying that there were room for improvement. Moving on to the good stuff. When I arrived on Saturday in a very snow-filled Sweden, very cold, very treacherous roads, I was happy to arrive just as Day 9 and d.apollo were laying down their commentator skills on, I think it was a game with Mana, who would later go on to face his fellow teammate Mouse Nama in the grand finals. Managed to meet some fans and other YouTube broadcasters there. Big shout out to Mattias Sjöberg, whom I hope do not mind me showing this picture. He got to meet Day 9 and got him to sign one of our funny 100 kroner bills, which is about 15 bucks, but in esports dollars, with Sean's autograph on it, it's worth at least 100,000. I checked. Good on you, Mattias. I also met Ominius, who is one of the, if not the best Swedish StarCraft 2 commentator out there, and who should have been commentating the whole event for the Swedish National Television Network, who were there doing just that. Let's talk about that, Björn, and make something happen in 2011 and show that Maven is not the only Swede who knows how to talk about StarCraft 2. And some other fans as well. That was great to meet you all. Thanks so much for coming up and saying hi. But for me, the absolute thrill was to hang out with the Liquid and OGS members who had come there from all over the world, Korea, United States and Germany, to compete at Dreamhack. Now, none of them made it to the final. ogs.top got top 4, Tyler got 8th position. Not bad at all. Now we will be able to do some streaming with his new graphics card he has promised us. And the other Liquid members sadly did not manage to do so well. Still, in my view, that had a lot to do with the format of the tournament. In the group stages, it was a best-of-1 format, meaning that with such rules, it's not necessarily the most skilled player who go through. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the two awesome players from Finland and Poland who managed to reach the grand final and compete about the $15,000 first prize. But all I'm saying is we could have had a better tournament if there had been better rules. Hanging out with Liquid was an absolute blast. We went to have fast food at the glorious Swedish establishment known as Sibylla, and later also to the official Dreamhack after party, which objectively absolutely sucked. It took place at a bar so abysmal I don't even want to talk about it. Yet it was a good party nevertheless, because nerds do know how to party when they want to, especially if, as a certain Liquid member who will not be named, supplied himself of White Ross vodka, and it was all a very glorious affair. Now, some few interesting things came up. A favorite quote of mine from the evening was when, during the grand finals between Nama and Mana, casted in a huge conference room with several stairs of seating, surely must have been hundreds of people there, all very happy nerds, casted by Day9 and Apollo, up on the side, with the players on stage with a huge screen in front of us. The crowd was going wild, especially when the Psy Storms were unleashed one after one, crushing the opponent's Marines, because of course Nama and Mana, difficult to say, are in the same team now, so they know their styles in and out, which made for all very long, quite epic and drawn out grinding kind of games. And as the Psy Storms fell, Tyler noted that inside the Psy Storm graphic it must be written in Swedish the word clap, because as soon as one fell down on the opponent's units, everyone got crazy. It is dark up here, so we do appreciate pretty lights. Also, later on we did talk about some more in-game related things, such as why we never get to see the mothership in serious strategies, even though HuK so famously has tried to do so. Problem being, of course, that in order to do so, you need the fleet beacon and the Stargate, essentially carrier tech, and you never go carriers because they suck, our bro Toss has said. But my question is, do they? Now that's a little hint for the next GGvision, because I aim to prove that they do indeed rule. Above and beyond that, it was so great to see how international the esports scene is becoming, with StarCraft 2 at its forefront. Here there were gamers gathered from all over the world, Phoenix from Peru, who got third, the Koreans, the Americans, all over Europe. It was great to see how globalized this movement is and how friendly everyone was to each other. Meeting White Raw, the Muslim, of course d.apollo. Didn't get the chance to talk to Day9 personally, he was very busy. Other players from Sweden, Morrow, Lalash, Adel Scott, Jesus Action, as I like to call him. So many others. It was a truly great event, and it does hint at all the great things that are to come. I know for a fact that Liquid is very hungry for some Swedish revenge and do intend to return at Dreamhack Summer and then dish out the ownage properly. Rest assured, they will be back and they will bring their vengeance with them, and we can't wait to see it. For my own part, I very much intend and look forward to going to more events and do some more in-depth coverage. Soon I will be working closely with a new esports organization, and I do think there will be many opportunities for me to bring you the best kind of coverage, with the Polygon Review twist of course, from all these events, from all these amazing pro gamers. Dreamhack was great, especially the final. I've never been to a live StarCraft 2 event before, and I must say, as a fan, it was truly epic. That's a word that gets thrown around a lot these days, but it was truly epic to sit in this big hall with so many other like-minded nerds and watch this action amplified by Day9 and Apollo taking place live. There's nothing like it, and we must make sure there's more of that to come in the future. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of Dreamhack Winter StarCraft 2 awesomeness lingering in your mouths. But in the next GGvision, I aim to prove something, and I'm going to need your help with it. So do stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe it, give it a thumbs up, or just a constructive comment telling me what can be done better. Your feedback is my stim pack. And finally, a question to you. Would you trust this man? GG and out.
Now, the reason, that both Apollo and I were very surprised by Shakras Plateau is how Zerg players really, really love that map. Almost every Zerg I know, that is one of their absolute favorite maps to play on because of the incredibly long distances, because of the fact that you can defend your natural expansion so easily. It's a thin ramp, and it means you have high ground advantage. You can clog a bunch of spine crawlers there. You have a backdoor expansion. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the problem for a Zerg player on this map, being a Zerg player myself, is because a lot of players do expect you to go for this early hatch, players are starting to know this and think, even Terran players on this map are starting to realize, okay, this is kind of a Zerg favorite map, they will go for like a 15 hatch. And they are trying to actually directly counter this by going for some early pylon to block the expo, trying to cannon you in. There's so many different styles. Obviously for Terran, they're trying to put down an engineering base as soon as possible.
He successfully joined the game. He's given us the shift carrot because he's just as happy as we are to see MaDFroG against hwaiiiiting. Give a cheer for the Swede MaDFroG. Uh-oh.
And give a cheer for the beast from the east, your Ukraine Protoss player, hwaiiiiting.
MaDFroG could just as easily take his expansion now that he has 3 hatches and do some insane low-tech unit counts. hwaiiiiting's not taking his second gas. Looks like he's going for the pretty famous 1-gate core expand or even a 3-gate core expand. And a Nidus network is also going down for MaDFroG. Such a smart play, because not only does this give him a potential chance to win, but if it fails, he still has 3 hatches, a lot of drones, and a lot of space to expand.
He is not going to expect this at all, and this could technically kill off hwaiiiiting, and he is deciding to move out. It looks like he might be moving out, but the army composition of hwaiiiiting, as I was saying before, can't really deal with masslings, especially with +1.
Oh, MaDFroG, as so many Zerglings are even taking a long time to load up into this Nidus network, and it looks like the Nidus Worm is just about to finish, and there it's out, and there's the rally, and hwaiiiiting is just going for it. There's the play, there's an extra Nidus Worm going down, and oh no, hwaiiiiting pulling back. MaDFroG sprinting in with all these lings.
hwaiiiiting is so much trouble right now, especially because he moved out with all his units. They were so far away in the middle of the map. He's having to pull all these units here, and there are so many lings. Oh my god. And the force fields are great, but I don't know if he can hold this. He's losing a lot of damage inside his base. All his production tabs are going down, and hwaiiiiting could be losing this game.